I run a digital marketing agency that develops websites that are search optimized for clients to be able to come up in the local marketplace. So and then we develop a lot of content for clients also, just in terms of helping people come up on search engines, but also helping people attract customers through their content so that they're bringing in leads, bringing in customers, and just being able to drive customers from that beginning top funnel where they're researching and looking for information, and then you engage them through storytelling on your website and on social media, and then ultimately hope to drive them to leads and sales. So I can share a presentation. Oh, where is my presentation? Okay, so as I said, we're a digital marketing agency, and we oh, I'm trying to present, but okay. And we develop content for clients. Trying to access my okay.
So, Vania,
Yeah.
do you want us to present it for you? Because that's what I was sharing. You can't see the screen and see your presentation
Yeah.
at the same time.
Sure. Yeah, that would be great. Just go from one slide to the other. Sorry.
All right, sure. Hold on.
Okay, great. Thanks. Okay. So if you can go to the next slide, so what I'm going to teach, or what I hoped you to get from this presentation, is that I'm just going to introduce content marketing and what can help you to drive customers to your website, to your social media marketing channels. There's such a thing as, this is kind of a proven or practice strategy of leading customers through the buyer funnel. And so just discussing those different strategies and what kind of content to develop to bring them in at the top when they're doing research, and like I said, engaging them when they're on your website, and then helping them to make a purchase. And that can be either on your website or also on social media. So I'll go over that a little bit. And then also, because we're really good at providing search optimized content for clients, and we do a lot of search optimized content to help clients come up on search engines. So when people are looking for our clients' products or services, they come up on the first page. So I'll go a little bit through the details of what we do for that. And then finally, wrap it up with just some basic ideas for all different channels, social media, website, ads, and then I'll take any questions toward the end. So one of the first, this is kind of like a step-by-step process. So you want to, what I want to do is familiarize you with content marketing and kind of help you to target and develop content for the people that you're trying to target, for your customers. What kind of information are they looking for? So that's something, that's the first step. We want to identify, then, in that same range, we want to identify what are the goals that you want to achieve. So, okay, you have some information about what your customer wants, but what is it that you want them to get out of it? Do you want them to buy your product? Do you want them to sign up for a newsletter? You want them to call you for more information? This is an important part of the process. And then I'll go details into the stages of the buyer funnel, and then also, talk about the website, social, and ads, and the content, keeping that consistent. Next slide. Okay, so content marketing, you want to develop content that attracts people through the search engines, but also attracts them when you post something on social media. So the purpose is to attract customers. And then also, like, let's say you have some customers already, you're using email marketing, you want to consistently create and engage your customers, so that they know about your products, they know about like what services you offer, they know that you're the expert because you keep sharing your knowledge and information and the benefits of your products on your website, on social media, and you kind of you make that available. And it's more of an engaging conversation as opposed to like just a sell conversation. So the next presentation. So content ideas, basically you want to start out with like, okay, you're like, okay, so I know what my customer wants, but I don't really know like how to put this together. So what are some ideas? So talk about your products. Where do they come from? Are they organic? Are they natural? Do they provide healing abilities for your skin, like healing abilities for your digestion, anything like that? Anything that's going to help your customer make a decision to purchase. And then, what when you talk about yourself and you talk about your products and you talk about your business, people want to know like who they're buying from. So if you are able to give your customers some information about who you are, why you started this business, how you came about to give these products or provide these products, and what problems you had yourself to that are now to help that helped you come up with this business and be able to help other people who might have the same issues. Like the like Audrina, she has a financial and life insurance consulting business. She was the person before me, so she um, recognizes that this kind of information is important to the Black community that may not have access to this information. So tell your story, share why you're doing things, and the benefits and everything else, and that'll help your customer to be more educated about you as a seller or about you as a consultant. And also it'll help them it'll help you drive them through the funnel. So in the next slide, I think, is when I talk about the customer journey. So the so we have a few different stages. And like I said, in the beginning, when people are trying to find out, okay, like I need some different tea recipes. Like, can I make my own tea, or is there different kind of teas available? So this is the top funnel discovery part where you're giving information about the health benefits of tea, maybe some mixes that your company has come up with. Those are just a couple of ideas. In the mid funnel, and this is all about like developing the content. So like, what are the ideas to help people who are doing this research? What content can you develop to put on your website that will help people find this information and will help them come to your website? So it's sort of like a level of awareness, helping level brand awareness to help people when they're doing research. Then people, okay, they come to your website, then what happens? Then you want to kind of give some information about your brand story, like I was saying before. What are the benefits of the products? What's the quality and things like that? They're on your website. They're already looking through things. You want to you want to you want to give them like you just want to tell your story, and you want to give them more information about you, about your products, and the more information, the more that they feel trust. It's all about trust online. if people trust the platform, that you're on, like the website looks good, it looks safe. People trust the story that you're telling, things like that, that will help to drive them to this bottom funnel where, you're they're like, okay, let me see, like, who else has tried these products, or who else has been working with this person, what are they saying? So that's where you put information about the testimonials. Or also in this phase, like, there's such thing as an advertising remarketing. So remarketing meaning there's some people that have come to your website, you've set up these different things on your website. It's called like remarketing tags, something that you can set up through Google Analytics. And now you decide to set up an advertising um, funnel, like an advertising campaign, and that targets people that have already visited your website. This is also possible in Facebook ads. So the advertising part is a little bit more complicated just because of the remarketing, but basically just keep in mind that, let's say your customer sees your website again. Maybe it's on Facebook again. Maybe they saw another post. Maybe they saw another post on Instagram. You continue to bring them in, this time with just, like, here's what John had to say about the benefits of this lotion for his skin, or, you know, um, here's what our client had to say about our financial or digital marketing services. So that kind of information is helpful. And then also, so to have like testimonials on your website, or on Instagram, like having a post that maybe someone, you say, you made up this campaign, said, hey, if you want to give us a review, tag us on Instagram with the products, and we'll, show our clients your face. There's a lot of campaigns like that. But also, these are things that you can put in advertising campaigns to help people, make a better decision about, or make a buying decision, basically. Choose you over the competition. And then, so now they've made a purchase. So that's great. Now you have a customer. And it's always easier to attract a previous customer than it is to attract a new customer. So someone that's bought from you and they liked your customer experience and they liked the product, they've given a review. Well, you still want to engage them with content. So you want to give them some information about referrals, maybe if they refer someone, customers, maybe you can give them 10% off, something like that. There's always a ongoing content marketing strategy. And that includes targeting, that includes continuing to develop strategies to continue to engage the current customers that you have. So maybe last time they bought a like a search optimization campaign or something, but this time you say, hey, we have, or maybe I should make a different example. Last time they bought some coffee. Well, but now you have this product that's more about like like a little coffee mugs or something else like that. That's another product that you can add on, or that you can promote. Well, you want to let them know about that through email, or like with the financial planner, she was able to provide some life insurance or some like financial advice, but then later on she says, hey, like, you should save for retirement. So that's, an ongoing content marketing strategy. All right, so the next stage. So that kind of covers the 4 stages in the customer journey, and in each of them, you are able to have some content, come up with ideas, and having all of these together kind of like helps you through this whole strategy of embracing your customers from the beginning until however long you have them to keep them as customers. All right. So like I said, we do a lot of search optimization. It's basically coming up with content strategies, but also looking at the specific key phrases that people search for on Google. So let's go into that. The next slide. All right, so the first stage of this search optimization is keyword research. So, and then you also want to look at the competitors, like who else is in your field, who else is selling teas. I saw a vendor that's actually in the Kwanzaa event, as part of the Kwanzaa event. She does tea parties for birthdays. I just put weddings. So that's like, that's an interesting field. That's something that very unique. Not a lot of people are helping people do parties. So okay, like let's see what people are looking for. So maybe people are looking for tea parties for birthdays, tea parties for weddings. We'll go more into that in the next slide. But the basic step-by-step of keyword research and integration is first you do some of the research, then you start coming up with the content. Like I said, the content that gives your customer some information about what you sell and the benefits and all that. And then also, maybe like a limited time offer or things like that within the content. But the part of the search optimization is including the key phrases. So you have to see like, okay, what's on Google? Like, what are people typing into Google and what are people making advertisements out of? Like, what are those key phrases? So put those key phrases in the content. You want to put them in different places, not all over the place. In the headings, in the page title, and then in different parts where you could integrate it nicely and, classily have some class when you're developing the content, make it look nice. Then finally, Google has so many search properties. I mean, they are the search engine king, like the, machine. So you want to make sure that Google picks up your content, picks up your website. You want to put some meta titles and keywords. I'll show you what that looks like on Google in the next slide. But then also, so this is like basically the research part. When you start typing something on Google, it's already starts showing you like other suggested results. So this is a great time when you can come up with some ideas of like what kind of content you could do, or what kind of products you can sell if you're just starting out in developing business. So I thought for me, like I would probably buy a tea party set for adults. And so then I looked up over here and was like, oh, okay, what are the tea party sets for adults? Like, what does that come up with? What is that? Who shows up on that? Or like what website or what business, So the first thing that came up, and Google is doing this, if there's a good website, like let's say, and we've actually developed some of these web pages for our clients where we have enough information that Google features it up top. So in the middle, I typed in tea party ideas for adults. It gave me this article that someone posted and has like, ideas for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, holidays, things like that. So boom, like there's a whole year of content. If you were to just write one blog per month, you now have like 12 ideas that you can write about that will continue to drive traffic to your website, that you can set up an advertisement on. You can set up your products on that page. You can there's a lot that you can do here. So um, doing that research really helps, and it helps you come up with ideas. It helps you put content on your website. It helps you, become a better marketer yourself, be able to market your products better, be able to get your products shown on Google. And so, like, the next part of that is Google has a, oh no, go back, sorry. um, if you're selling products, Google has a merchant center. So if you Google Google Merchant Center, you can set up your products to show up on the shopping feed, which is this last part of the website of the page. Okay, so this last part on the right-hand side, if you ever look for any products, you'll see all these little like squares, and each of them have products and prices and stuff. That's on Google Merchant. They have a property. So that's what I was saying, like at the sign up for all these properties, whether you have a website, selling products. I mean, you need to have a website to sell products, like sell services. You will benefit from setting up with Google Analytics, Google Search Console, Google Merchant, Google Local Business. That's for local businesses who have a front brick and mortar store, a physical location, but not necessarily. I have a Google Local Business, and I have an office, and then I work out of different co-working offices. So I can see clients wherever. So even if you have like a virtual business, you can still have a Google Local Business. Okay, so in the next slide, this is like the nitty-gritty details of what Google looks at. So, and this is how the search result shows up. So, like I was saying, like, let's say you have an idea about throwing a tea party for adults because you're selling tea sets, or you're selling something related to providing the services for tea parties, for weddings, or anything related. Kind of like one of the vendors that was on the Kwanzaa event. So the blue part of this is kind of like the headline. So you go down the search results page. After you search for something like tea party for adults, you'll see a bunch of listings. The blue part is your headline. It's also the title of your page. So this one caught my eye because it says it's your ultimate guide to throwing a tea party. So you're like, okay, wow, it has everything, or you think it does, So that's why you click on it, and then you go see what it is that article has. And obviously, if it has a lot of information, if it shows up on first page, Google thinks it's relevant enough. They have a lot of data. They collect a lot of data, so they're able to see visits of a page and things like that. So the more visits you get, the more links to a page that you have. Like I said, there's a lot of details about the search optimization, but basically the main part of it is for you to be a creator, to develop the content that is going to help your customer make a decision about your services. And then you just kind of fine tune it for the search engine. So, and you make it nice and catchy, so and then you also include the keywords. So this one says your ultimate guide to throwing a tea party. So ultimate is not one of the key phrases that people are looking for, but they are looking for a tea party for adults. And that's in that blue part. That's the blue heading. That's the meta title. And then the black part, sometimes that's the meta description, but we've seen that Google grabs whatever they want. They used to, things have changed, so they've had to evolve their algorithm. So you want to make different parts of your website catchy. So this one seems to be just right from the beginning of the article that says, tea party ideas for adults. 1, invitations. And then it keeps going. So you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I need invitations. I need to know more. Let me see what this business has. So anyway, so that's, that's like kind of like the thought process. If you're a business owner, you're like, okay, what are other people doing? Oh, I do need to include maybe a list of things, so looking at your competitors is always going to help you come up with content and all that. Next slide. Okay, so um, like I said, there's just, in this day and age when there's social media marketing, um, you want to make sure that you have really good content on there too. And the really great thing about Instagram right now, that I liked when Twitter first came out, that then I didn't see on Facebook, but um, basically, if you're on Instagram, you need to use hashtags. So your website will have the keyword Tea Party ideas for adults. What do I put in my, like what are the hashtags that are similar to that? So if you look up on just like you do a regular search on Instagram, it'll say Tea Party theme, hashtag Tea Party theme, hashtag Tea Party ideas. That doesn't have, those aren't the most popular ones. The most popular with like a million or so posts is just Tea Party. But this kind of like also helps to like narrow it down. And hey, you never know when people are looking for Tea Party ideas on Instagram. So you want to make sure that you include these hashtags in your social media posts. And then you also have to, when you set up ads on Google, you also set up keywords, because that's how you're bidding for the auction. You bid for the auction based on the keywords and how much you're paying for them. So your keyword here is Tea Party sets for adults or Tea Party favors. Those are your products that you're selling. You also want to make sure that you have good headlines for each of these things, So like I said, the headline really does matter. The title, it was like that meta title is like the title of your article. Themes and ideas for tea parties for adults is probably not a really catchy one, but it does answer the question of what it is that is on your page. So, just be a little bit more creative. And then the same, with social networks. You want to put in social networks something like Instagram, you want to have a really great image, or on Facebook, you want to have a really great headline. And why? Why should this person come to your website? Like, what is it about you about your product or service that is unique? So put that on the title, make that stand out. And the same thing for an ad, like, but for an ad, you want to be a little bit more, and also the same with like each channel. You want to, you you want to capitalize on the current events too. So that's another idea. We just had a holiday. People were probably looking for tea party sets. So why not just, like, so then you just add Christmas onto it. So tea party sets for Christmas. That's could be the name of an ad, the name of the product set, the gift set that you're offering. Keep ideas like that, things that that will help people make the decision, like, oh yeah, I need a tea party set for Christmas. That would be great. Like, that's a great gift for my friend who loves teas and like likes having little tea parties. Then you also want to call, it's great to have content on your page, but then, how do people contact you, or how do they buy your products? So you want to make sure you have some kind of call to action that says like, hey, get this. Like, let's say you develop this little guide and you want to send it to everyone that signs up to your newsletter. So you say, hey, like, get the tea party guide, or get it, or you're selling the product, like, get a tea party theme set. This one's for moms. So, things like that. You want to like make sure that you're closing the deal at the end of the page or somewhere in the middle of the page, somewhere when you have their attention on either the website or also your social network, right? So for Instagram, would it be like link in bio for tea party ideas and sets? Or then also, you could also just, like the woman that had the business on the Kwanzaa that has the tea parties, she had more of a customize your tea set for your event. So that's your call to action. That's your unique offering. So that's what you want to do. You want to make your call to action unique for your products and your services, and get them to have something to attract that client, to bring them to a purchase, or to get them to contact you. All right, and I think, yeah, so you want to write intelligent and persuasive content, and you should include it and be consistent across all channels that you're using, social media, website, if you have a video, and project a brand personality that resonates with your customer. Are you the tea party that, are you offering tea party sets that people can customize for their event? Are you offering a tea party catering service? And what kind of tea party catering are you offering? Like, how much are you covering? Or are you the caring financial planner? Are you the one that's giving as much information and education about digital marketing like me, or something? So continue to do that. When keep it consistent on different channels, on your website, on your social media. If you're doing videos, keep the brand image consistent. That's always important for just people to familiarize themselves with your brand, but also to know that they're going to also always receive this consistent experience with your services and products. Thanks. All right, so we, obviously video is always big. It's just always, tons of people are on YouTube. YouTube is like the next search engine. So, keep that consistent. And then I had a slide at the end that was more, just contact me if you have any questions. Vabulous.com is my my website, VABULOUS.com. I'm at Vania at Vabulous.com. Vab Media is the name of our digital agency. We have we can offer free consultations. We really like talking strategy with people. If you have a new business, you're thinking about something and you're like, I wonder if this will be something, do some research yourself, or, we can have like a little session where we're doing some research with you, and we'll help let you know, like, okay, like these are your competitors. These people are doing that, like, are you, let's have a talk, let's have a chat, and let's help you sell more and get more customers. Thank you.